before I answer this question, are we gonna? Because men rate themselves differently than women. Women, it's all looks. Men, let's say you're not the best looking guy, but you have things in place. You could go increase your.
Okay, but we're not doing.
Because if
we're gonna go strictly off looks, maybe a 6.
What would you rate yourself, Fresh? Looks.
We're gonna go strictly off looks.
Looks only?
Yes.
A top G.
Okay.
What does that mean?
What about you, Chris?
Real.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Bills?
Probably 5.5.
5? Why do y'all rate yourself so low?
Because they don't want people to say that. Oh,
Average.
y'all are okay. Like y'all do.
Ladies,
My rate's higher
the reason
than
why
a
is
6.
because the reason why is because men, we have to be fairly realistic with where we stand in life. Like we can't, like, okay, all of you guys rated yourselves extremely high, right? What if I walked around and I told everybody I was a billionaire? What would y'all say to me?
Nothing. You're still.
What does that mean?
You're still a 3 or 2. Are you? Yeah. What does that
I
mean?
wouldn't say
I need a guy that's attractive with money.
You'll be rich too.
Yeah, but the point is, you get what I'm saying? Like, you guys would be like, you're not a billionaire, like, you're delusional. Does that make sense?
I thought you meant if you were a real billionaire.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm not a billionaire. But if I ran around and said, I'm a billionaire when I'm not, you would look at me like, this guy's fucking delusional, right?
Are you?
Okay. That's what you're saying about us.
That's your.
Yes, fairly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he did just like clarify.
Because women, what I've noticed with women, right? We do this experiment, by the way, all the time. Women chronically overrate themselves and where they really stand. They'll give themselves a 10, an 11, a 20 out of 10, whatever it is. But like with men, we can't do that. Like men, we kind of have to deal with the reality of where we stand, right? Like if we're a loser, we get reminded we're a loser every day. No bitches want to fuck us. Nobody respects us. Nobody takes us seriously. But with you guys, you can just open up your Instagram and some simps in your DMs and you feel good about yourself. We don't get that.
So remove all the Sims.
It don't be bitches in y'all DMs.
That won't happen.
No,
Okay.
but you guys are trying to do that, are you not?
No, we cannot do that.
No.
We can't.
They're going to be here
confused.
Back of
forever.
your shirt say
No, okay.
I'm confused.
We can help
What does the
men,
back of his shirt say?
but the culture is not
that he doesn't like Sims.
changing for us. Okay? So we can help certain men, but not everybody.
Yeah, like the reality is like most men are simps.
Yeah.
Most men are always gonna be simps and stay simps.
For a certain person, too. Some
think
people are
that's
like
okay.
that just for one person.
For
Possibly.
one person.
Possibly.
Some people are like
I
that.
think that's
I love
okay.
The
Simps.
majority of men are simps.
I
Is the
love
reality. The staggering majority of men are simps. So, and I would argue that's good for the economy because if more men weren't simps, the movie industry would go bankrupt, the diamond industry would go bankrupt, the jewelry industry would go
You
bankrupt.
think so?
100%.
OnlyFans would go
100%.
bankrupt.
100%. Pornography would go bankrupt.
I don't think that's a Florida now. I think that's an addiction
But
thing.
women would be able to rate themselves
That's what
real.
I think.
Wait,
That's an
wait.
addiction thing. That's
Guys, one microphone at a time,
One at a
man.
time.
Because when everyone talks, it's really disruptive for the listener. What did you say?
I said, but then women would be able to rate themselves realistically, is what it sounds like.
If they didn't have Sims?
Right, because that's the only reason why we have inflated egos.
It's a big part of it, yes. It is a big part of
So it's not all just like delusion that we just were born with. Like,
it. Well, no, I would argue, no, women are naturally far more narcissistic than men are, and solipsistic. And that's by definite. Well, I'll explain why before you
Okay.
guys all get offended.
Explain the words too.
Okay.
Define.
You're right, I should define the words. Narcissistic, just being infatuated with yourself, and then solipsism, thinking that the world revolves around you, if I'm going to boil it down simply. And the reason why women are like that is because you guys carry children, so you have to be very selfish with what you do, right? You ever heard of Briffault's Law? A woman only needs a man as much as, it benefits her. Once the man doesn't benefit her anymore, like she starts to find a way to look for something better. Like, you guys are designed to extract value. We're designed to create value. Whether it's human beings or you look at other animals, what does the male have to do? Peacock, show resources, look, I have a nest. The man always has to prove himself. Women don't.
Yeah.
So since men always have to prove themselves and women are getting all the attention, they don't have to do anything, well, it causes a little bit of an inflated ego for a lot of women. That's why women chronically overestimate their sexual market value. That's why girls think, oh, I deserve a guy that's 6'3" that makes $1 million a year, blah, blah, and then they can't find him and they're like, why not? And it's like, well, you're not realistic because women don't tell each other the truth. I mean, all of you guys gave yourselves significantly high ratings. When in reality, most of you don't qualify for those ratings, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
but
what it
men
is.
don't tell women the truth a lot of time either. Like what you're doing is not something.
Yeah, they want to smash.
Yeah, and I agree, but I'm just saying that that's what's gonna make.
There's a phenomenon called beautiful woman syndrome. Beautiful woman syndrome means you think you're funny, you think you're interesting, you think you're smart, you tell a joke, the men go, ah! It's just because they want to
I
smash.
think I'm hilarious.
Wait,
But
Just
beauty
really
is in the eye of the
funny?
beholder.
You guys don't think I'm funny?
Me.
I am.
Me who?
I'm fucking
Me.
hilarious.
We all is.
Tell a
Wait,
joke.
You're funny?
I think I'm
a
hilarious.
joke.
Okay, tell us the joke, please.
No, not like that.
I mean,
No,
her,
but like some people aren't funny though.
You know
like
what?
not everybody's funny.
So you're not funny.
No, Fresh, no. I'm not funny.
Thank you. At least you admit it now.
Yeah, so that's kind of what it is. Yeah, women have a lot of sims. Social media has made it a lot worse, and that's why a lot of women have an overinflated sense of self-worth. It's really bad. And I would argue it actually sets you guys up for failure because your standards are too high compared to what you qualify for.
True. I know some
I agree
ugly
with
hoes
that.
that think they a 10.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't think nobody right here is ugly. Nobody over here is ugly.
Who? Really? Who? Are you sure?
No, I don't think anybody sitting right here is
Wait,
ugly.
I mean, I
You
can
don't
name
think?
drop if I wanted to.
What I've noticed, look, when we ask girls this question,
drop.
Do it then.
most women,
Yeah, I was gonna drop it.
whenever we ask this question, most women always go closer to 10 than the average. And what I've realized is like, well, most women are going to fall between 4 to 6 range because that is the average. But most women don't like to be called average. They get offended by that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Even though most women are average
Yeah.
by definition.
yeah.
Asking a
So
woman
what
to
is
say
up?
she's average though is
A 5.
is a little like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you make money and then somebody's like, oh, you make a 9 to 5, I can like some people a 9 to 5 they consider you all broke. To some of us we consider you making money. So to you I might be a 5, but to him I might be a 10. So him letting me know I'm a 10 doesn't mean I have overly high standards. It means I'm a 10 for what I'm a 10 for. Like you say you're a 6, right? To me, I don't think you're a 6. To me, you're like a 8.2. But she might think you're fried. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. So
Beauty's in the eye of the
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, like I just said.
Crazy.
Like I just
What do
said.
y'all think?
And
is
it's
up?
impossible to no, but it's impossible to be unbiased because we're meeting under this context here. But like if I walked up to you and you didn't know anything about me, and I just walked up to you and I said, "Hi, what's your name?" You might not like. Okay, this is also another phenomenon with women that's extremely important. You guys care a lot about how you meet a male. We don't, right? So like, for example, if you go to a party, invite only at a penthouse, you meet a guy there. That guy is going to hold a lot more weight than someone you meet at a fucking nightclub,
That's
right?
true.
Randomly, because the pretense under which you met him assumes more status, which inherently makes him more attractive. And these are
Fresh.
little things that women don't even notice.
Fresh.
But like with us men, we know this shit because that's why we threw the penthouse party. So it's like, you guys just enjoy the pizza. You go to the fucking pizza shop, you enjoy the pizza, but you don't know the guy had to go ahead and get the special dough, heat it up in a certain degree, get an oven that's a
milk.
certain way, get special milk that's
cheese.
imported from fucking Italy. Like you guys enjoy the end product, but you guys don't know what it takes to create the end product. So that's what I mean. So like I know you're saying like, oh, I rate you this, but that's because you met me under this pretense.
But I don't
if
think
it was-
so though.
All right.
But
I appreciate the
just
compliment,
being
but I'm very realistic.
I come from a country where this shit don't really exist. We never had podcasts and all that other extra shit. You
That's
feel
what
me?
I'm trying to explain.
Yeah, so it's like I don't feel like, and it's like I'm a kind of person personally.
Yeah, but it's
just-
novelty
I don't
is
date
my
niggas
point.
from the club anyway.
But,
so-
but it's
fuck Marin.
but it's novel is what I'm trying to
It's
explain.
kind of like this is a culture type thing.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's a culture.
Yeah,
It is
culture,
a
culture
It
thing.
is a culture thing.
It's-
Because you look, that's something you look like men
wants
from
to
my
be-
country. So it's like, I don't think
Come on,
you're
man.
ugly because you look
Good
like
Jamaican
people
for,
I see
Jamaicans?
every day.
I don't think
Yeah, we
Jamaicans
have
wouldn't
Indian
ever
Jamaicans,
quit.
we have
Upsetting him.
Chinese Jamaicans, we have white
True,
Jamaicans.
true.
You look like a Jamaican look. I don't feel
Okay, question is though, would you smash?
Come on, man.
She would.
Yeah. She said.
I appreciate it. You guys are taking away from what I'm trying to say. I think when it comes to men, right, we have this benefit where we don't have to be as attractive, but we can make it up in other ways. Like the way you meet a guy can significantly increase where you rate him versus like for us, right? If I meet an attractive girl, it don't care. It doesn't matter if I'm at 7-Eleven, I'm at the club, I meet her on a boat. It doesn't matter. Her status doesn't have anything to do with how I perceive her. But with you guys, status does matter a lot with how you perceive the man. That's the difference. That's what I'm trying to say. Like for us, how we meet you doesn't really matter that much as far as like us being attracted to you. How you guys meet us makes a big difference. Like if I meet a girl on a yacht versus meeting her at a club, she's gonna respect me way more and take that interaction way more seriously if I meet her on a yacht.
It's true.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
I
we love
understand
y'all
that.
over
Yeah,
here.
if you say like, I
Got y'all
understand
over here.
that, but it just depends on the woman, though. I'm not going to lie.
I never thought about
It just
that,
depends
but-
on the woman.
But universally,
We're on the
universally, but the thing is that
Typically-
Instagram.
universally, women want I would say status is the most important thing when it comes to attraction with women by far.
I don't think so.
I never
Not
thought
for
about
me.
it like that.
Maybe not for you.
Yeah, yeah. So I
More
cannot
women,
say.
it
I
definitely
cannot
is.
say.
Listen,
I
there,
cannot say.
there are cultural differences.
Yeah,
like
it is-
most
it's
women,
different
most
from-
women in the Philippines would probably rate me an 8 or a 9. Most women in America would probably rate me about a 5.
That's what I'm trying to
So
say.
listen,
That's
but
what
let
it
me
is.
clear it up. What Myron is referring to, and correct me if I'm wrong, there is some generalized, normalized within America, this is your rating. Not like if I go as a white guy who's 5'11" to Cambodia, okay, I might be an 11 to these Cambodian girls that live on a farm. And there is some subjectivity. But he means in America, we all know this generalized, like, what is your rating within America to most people? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I be real?
So what is above
what
average?
might be like a 7 in Miami might be like, no offense, like a 12, 13 in Broward or in Mississippi.
But no,
and
we're
shit.
averaging
No.
all of U.S. from
You mean
Washington
for
to
men?
Delaware.
You mean for men or women?
Personally, I've lived in Brickell and I've lived in
Oh,
Fort
in
Lauderdale.
Brickell?
And for the women who usually would probably think they're 6, 7 in Brickell, go to Fort Lauderdale and they're eating bitches up. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say. So I can't say that because as even them, as they told you they get in clubs at 18. Up here that shit don't fly. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like it's the same way subjective for us. It's low key subjective.
But
for
here
y'all. You feel me?
also, imagine, even in the nightclubs, the promoter's job is to bring pretty girls to the club. Why? Because there are clients that show up with no women. So what do they do when they go to a club and they see 4s, 5s, and 2s? They're gonna want to leave because they're like, why am I in a club with some ugly ass bitches and not some bad bitches? So what the promoter's job is, we're on a constant daily basis texting girls, and we even told the girls, oh, you want to bring a friend? Show us a picture of the friend. Why? Because if that friend's ugly, she's not allowed. You know how many girls hate me because I have to be honest with them and tell them, I'm sorry, it's not me, but your friend's kind of ugly. You're allowed in, but your friend's ugly. Your friend's is. I've been getting hated on. I've been called racist and everything, and it's insane.
Some people just don't dress the part. Some people just don't act
But
the part.
it's not
You can't
even
take
about
everybody
no.
everywhere.
It's not even about dressing the part either. Here in Miami, you have to be pretty and fit a certain standard.
That's
it's-
right.
and it's a
I mean,
generalized
we
thing.
generalize. We
in Miami, so I know I'm attractive. I'm dead ass in the in crowd. I'm at
she's
every.
being dead spot on. That is very true.
For Moneybag
That's
Yo,
how bitches
literally
is
for
hard.
Moneybag Yo, I brought in
Chris.
15 girls. You know how many of my girls were denied? Because they were like, because it's literally a rapper coming in and it's a bunch of guys coming to spend money on bottles. And what do these guys want in their section? Literally
BBL
bad
bitches,
bitches,
BBL,
pretty ass girls. So if I bring in to the club, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I'm so sorry, it's what I had. They literally, the bouncers were denying left and right, because our job as a promoter is to bring pretty girls to the club.
An unrealistic experience that you can only get inside the club.
Well, we in Miami,
I'm not gonna
so
lie, though.
it is what it is.
I could have got y'all in.
Face
Hard strong, huh?
I do what the fuck I want.
Do you think
I'm just kidding.
that
I would never do
the
that.
live chats reflected the average that you're talking about?
Do I think that their ratings of
ratings.
you guys?
Yeah.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
It was like
It was
negative
like
one.
average.
It was
I would
They
say
rated
I saw
everybody
4 the
a gold.
highest.
It was
Honestly, I
the
see
four-
4 the
four was the
highest.
highest.
I would say most
I
of
think
you
someone gave
guys
her a
are
5
a little
or
bit
7.
above average looking.
Exactly.
like a
Everybody's
5.
pretty
So no.
on this panel.
You just dissed y'all.
I'm really mean.
Okay, I'm just kidding. We got some more here.
Above average, I think, is a compliment.